Look, mate, whatever you're selling, we don't want. Oh. Yeah, love. Sorry about that. Assumed it were going to be some sort of salesman or something. Not that we tend to get many of those, just not that we tend to get many people knocking all. Ah, you're right. Uh, no. Sorry, love, Ambrose is asleep at the moment. Pretty much impossible to see him awake any time between sunrise and noon. No, hey, you don't have to come back later. You're not being a bother or anything. What do you need him for? Not to pry or nothing. I just meant like, if it is urgent, I can go wake him up. Look, I know you aren't as close with me as you are with him. I mean, we've been becoming friends. I hope. And I like to think that we're friends. So if you've come round here for some sort of comfort, you know, I know I can be a bit. I think Ambrose calls me rough around the edges, but I am here as well, you know. Are you gonna come in or not? You letting the cold in? Go on then. Do you want me to put kettle on? Yeah, well, Ambrose ain't the best at actually keeping stock of food and whatnot, seeing as he don't need to eat and all that, but seeing as I half live here, you can thank me for there actually ever being any snacks when you come round. If not, I could get you a glass of water. At least you look like you need something. I'm insisting, alright? Why? I'm not gonna force anything out of you. Just that, you know, like, if you want to talk, I know I probably don't come across as warm and empathetic as Ambrose does. Uh, but if you just need someone to vent at, no pressure, of course. Like, um, yeah, it's just water. Get you some food as well if you want. You didn't get me up, love. It's fine. Got any more questions for me? If you don't want to tell me, we could do something to take your mind off things. I don't think you've ever come over here while I've been here, have you? I mean, you know that sometimes. I mean, I would assume. I mean that. You know that I know. You and Ambrose are far. I'm not sure what sort of expression to use. Love, if you don't think that we talk about everything, have you learned nothing? Like, when you got with him, I know that he told you that we are. Well, uh, whatever we are, I guess. I mean, do we love each other? Yeah. Are we best mates? Yeah. Do we, share bed most of the time? Yeah. To not be vulgar about it. Uh, Am I looking to marry him? No. I mean, I don't know. I mean, what I mean is explain to you that we are, I don't know, we don't really call ourselves a couple, but we're together, you know? We have whatever we have, whatever, we haven't really found a label that's good for it, I guess. We love each other. I don't know if we're in love with each other or if we ever will be, but we fit together in a way that we don't fit with anyone else, you know? Like, and I can let my guard down around him the way I kind of can't with anyone else. I mean, you would know. You've had him be his lovely self around you, yeah. I mean, I'm not looking for details, I just mean you know what he's like when you're intimate with him. He's very. He likes taking care of people, you know? And it took me a long time to be okay with letting someone take care of me. So I know if you're here and you were looking for him, I mean, I don't know that that's what you were looking for, but I understand. Like, I do the same thing. It's just the understanding you have with someone like Ambrose that he's here for you, whether or not you want him to get your clothes off or not. He likes taking care of people. It is, yeah, what gets him off, but it's, I don't know, it's just how he is. And, look, what I'm saying is, like, that's his way, right? And obviously, that's what I'm looking for when I'm here with him. I assume that's what you're looking for when you're with him as well. And you know that we're a thing, whatever that word should be. And I knew that you and him were getting on, yeah. I look, because I don't know if you've been in a relationship like this before, and I don't want you worrying about things, so I guess I wanted to say it while I've got you here, and while you're more aware, and it's kind of in your face that I'm here, that, like, not to be jealous or anything stupid, because I ain't jealous of you, love, like, and surely you've noticed I've got a sort of soft spot for you. I let you take me to a cafe and ask me questions, and talk to me for who knows how long. Do you think I'm really well suited to sit still in a cafe for hours? But, well, I wanted to. Maybe it's just an effect that you have. That I mean, I know you met me first, but do you think I hadn't talked to Ambrose about you after I got back? When you first came to the door, you had a bit of an inkling of who you might be. Kept calling you my little human. Even though, you know, he's the one that you're actually with, not me or anything like that. We're both very drawn to you. It is what I meant to say. Like, This would be a lot easier if he was awake. It probably, I don't know. I mean, right. So he keeps telling me, right, like to talk to you more. I know we text and all that. Just, I know we haven't seen each other in a while. I'm not the best at being social, like, and doing things outside in public and crowds. And I'm not the best with words or talking or conveying how I feel and stuff like that. Just that. Look, I just wanted you to know you don't have to worry about that, and that if you're ever around here and we're both here, you don't have to keep your hands off Ambrose or anything like that. Like, neither of us have got a problem with it, and I guess wanted to make sure that if we had our hands on each other, if that's going to make you uncomfortable or not. And, um, no, sorry, no, wait, because you had things on your mind, not because I had things on my mind. And you don't have to say what it is specifically like. Whatever's upset you. Because you're upset, ain't you? Yeah. Anxious, maybe. Yeah. Would you drink some of that water? Yeah. I don't know if you've drank anything yet today. Trust me, it doesn't help not drinking water. You've been sleeping alright? No. Sorry, love. I'm glad that you know that you could come here. Trust me, if Ambrose was alright right now, he wouldn't have an issue with it. I guess for future reference, yeah, though, if you come around this sort of time, either it's just going to be me or the house is, well, not going to be empty, but, there'll be no one awake who's here. If he were awake at this kind of day, he wouldn't really be at full strength. Sun's not really the issue that people think it is, but it's not good for him. You put enough, they make creams and stuff now for vampires and all that. Like, it wouldn't kill him, but he'd rather not be feeling sick. Oh, oh no, come on. I told you it didn't bother you coming over. Look, you come over here and you ask, me and him all these questions, wanting to find out more about us. Little paranormal investigator or whatever you are. You're just like monsters, huh? Well, as long as you're not a hunter, I don't have to worry about you too much. But I suppose we never really sat down and asked you a bunch of questions, eh? I mean, not that we don't know about you. I mean, fuck, we both used to be human at one point, didn't we? But, I mean, you don't have to tell us about what other friends or family, whatever you've got going off, but maybe it says something if the first place you thought to turn to was come all the way through the woods to this old place. Frankly, creepy old place. Sorry you didn't feel like you didn't have anywhere else to turn. But I'm happy like that you thought you could come here. I hope it's not a disappointment that it's been me here. And it's good to see you too. I'm not the best at asking people how they. I'm not very good at reading emotions in other people either. If you need something from me, you might have to ask for it. And whatever's going on, right? Like, whatever's keeping you up at night, you do have, I hope, a sort of safe haven here. And you know you don't only have to come over if you're in the mood for, you know what. We're both more than happy to have you round and to just talk or stick telly on or whatever you want, really. I think maybe perhaps we both see a little bit of ourselves in you. Well, curious little thing that you are. Think about it. We both got ourselves turned somehow. Do you not think we were curious at one point as well? I suppose we're just glad that out of any monsters you've come across, you've ended up coming across us. Because trust me, while, we might be monsters in the terms of something that's a creature, something that's non-human. There's proper monsters out there, love. Would have gobbled you up the moment you came across them. Some of them, it's like, I don't fucking understand it. It's like they forget that they ever once were human. And now that there's something else, something they think is better, they think they're all so high and mighty. I don't understand it. What I'm saying is, I'm glad you've got us. I mean, if you consider yourself as having us. I mean, I hope that you do. And look, he probably wanted to tell you himself, but he's been setting a room aside. I mean, there's plenty of rooms here, so that since you've been getting closer and all, and just so you know, like, getting closer with Ambrose doesn't mean you have to get to that level with me. We can just stay mates. And we've had others before. Both of us have had people that. Well, Ambrose more than me, I guess. I've had people that we've seen and we've brought in and they've moved on. Not that we make a habit out of it, I just want you to know, like, we know how to navigate this, and if you want to stay with us, or with him, for however long you need, or you want, we're not going to be kicking you out and saying that there's not enough room for you in a few years' time or anything like that. And he's smarter than he looks, Rose, as I say, he's been setting a room aside, and it's yours if you want it. Not to move in, but when it gets like this, I mean, you have come round here before in a bit of a state. I know he's helped you through that. But if there's times where he's not awake, or there's times where you need to be on your own, but you can't stand to be wherever it is that you live. I don't know if you live with family and that's why you need to be away. Whatever it is, there's a room here. And He's gonna get you a key, and you can come round here and just hide away here if you need. He's not gonna get scared. Look, we know when you're here. I mean, heightened sense of smell and all that. He's not gonna think someone's broken in. He'll know it's you. I mean, to be honest, it's. I mean, it's nice and it's a bit hard sitting next to you when you reek of both yourself, but I think you're unaware of how much you smell of him. And let him drink from you a few times, haven't you? Yeah. I think sometimes he worries that when people ask him that it's just for some fascination and then they'll never want to do it again and they'll get scared off, but I don't think he knows how good it feels, does he? What, you think I hadn't had him feed off me? Just don't really do the same trick that human blood does. I don't think I'm supposed to show you the room. To be honest, I wasn't really meant to tell you about it yet, but you just seemed so sad and I wanted to try and cheer you up a bit, I guess. I don't think he's done with it yet, not that he's like decking it out and all that, but just making sure there's like basic furnitures and that the furniture in there ain't gonna fall apart. I mean, Ambrose kind of is the one who picks stuff more based on how it looks than based on the practicality of it, so there was some stuff that was in there that he wanted to keep, but bit of a fire hazard, I'll be honest. I mean, well, not even just that. I mean, I had to stress test it, and I didn't like smash him or anything like that, but like, you know, if a desk can't really bear the weight of a monitor, I think it might be a bit too old. Some of it had woodworm, yeah. You know, as much as Ambrose tried to insist, because, you know, it's antique and it's pretty and he thinks you'd love it, and I'm been a bit of an annoying health and safety inspector up there, I'm afraid, but I think hopefully between us we found a balance of things that look nice and things that actually will be practical for you. And you're free to do whatever else you want with it, you know. But, you know, there's a bed in there and a desk. You let me know what food you like, I can make sure the kitchen's stocked with whatever you're into. I always try and keep basics in here. Basic first aid stuff as well, you know what that is. And if you ever want to come over and do more of those little questionnaires of yours, journaling, whatever it is that you do, just take your mind off things. I know I acted a bit annoyed at you at times when you were asking before. I guess I just weren't sure of all your motives, but I weren't annoyed by it, like, or anything. You got a place there, you know. However you want to fit in. I mean, me and Ambrose don't really have a word for how we fit together, so you don't need one either. Or if you want to be his lover and my friend. Or if you want to be, anything else, like, I mean, or, you know, whatever you feel is just platonic, like, we've never been sure of romance ourselves for each other, I mean, who knows? You think after all this time, but, well, maybe he knows, and I never know for myself, you know. I said I'm not good at this, didn't I? Talking about stuff like this. I think we've just both got pretty fond of you, you know, and we want you to have a place here. Whether you're coming round for cuddling or crying, whether you're coming round to get your brains fucked out, I mean, and whether that's the year for Ambrose or I mean, if you wanted, I mean, like, you know, sometimes Ambrose comes around me just for a bit of a cuddle. I mean, especially when I'm in my wolf form, you know. I mean, that's not as scary as it sounds. By the way, like, I've been doing this long enough. I've got control of myself and all. Um, and what I I mean, you know what Ambrose is like. You know, I mean, he's a dom, you know, and he's not anything else. And you're not going to get him to do anything else with you. It's just not how he works. Or what? It's not what he's comfortable with. And so therefore, I'm guessing you must have guesses about how we work together and all that. I mean, but if I'm just putting out there, if you ever needed anything else, and whether that is that you're just looking for a mate, um, or because I know he said maybe that you wanted to try once, and I I'm a switch. Just putting that information out there, you know, what with you liking information and all that. Not that you needed to know that. I suppose I was just trying to say. Um, I don't know why I said that. Probably wasn't. I mean, I don't want to make you stressed out or think that as I said, like, we're not a package deal. Like, you can be with one of us and it ain't gonna upset the other one. Just that he's a sneaky git, isn't he? I mean, we met first, and yet he's the one who. It's just that. I mean, and there's no expectations. Like, I mean, God, I'm fucking this up a bit, aren't I? This is why Ambrose should really be awake. Forget everything I said. Yeah, you didn't come here to get worried. Just know that. Yeah, he answered cold. There's a space for you. Yeah. And if you need to get away with whatever's giving you grief back where you're from, you can come and escape here. For whatever your needs are, I'm sure between us we can cover them. Or even if you just want to pop around here and be on your own, you can lock yourself upstairs if that's what you want to do. Because we don't have a problem with it. Have I not made that clear enough? No, I'm just, no, this is just me being a bit awkward, so, and I am sorry that, you know, the first time as we met, if I came across a bit too, I mean, hopefully not hostile. I mean, you did kind of have a weapon on you in the middle of the woods, and I did, you know, we've both had plenty of experience with hunters, and we just didn't know. I mean, I didn't know whether you were going to kill me or. Hopefully, as you've gotten to know me, you've realised I'm not. I mean, I can be that, if that's ever what you need. If you need someone who's gonna physically hold you tight and beat someone up for you, no problem at all. But, you know, I'm not all scary, I guess. I hope. Oh, you didn't mind getting pushed to the ground, right? Shouldn't make me think about that. I mean, I could smell it on you, what you felt, you know. Might not be as good with telling what other people are feeling through words and facial expressions and all that, and tones, and, you know, like what Ambrose does, but fear is something you can smell, and as is, when it's strong enough, I mean, one, you know, I mean, like, desire, like, I feel like I'm rambling. Um, Do you want to go upstairs? You could wait in there while Ambrose wakes up. You don't really need me going on and on at you, and I don't even know if I've been doing an actual good job of making you feel any way better at all. I just wanted you to know that, you are wanted. You can be alright, love. And if you need us, if you want to be sandwiched in between us as we hug the life out of you. Don't think anyone's called me sweet before. Not me. I mean, I'm pretty sure, well, I mean, if you need company, I don't have to go back to bed, or I mean, I wasn't really doing anything. Did I keep bringing up that I don't I didn't mean to keep bringing me up. I meant like you and Ambrose. Yeah, you don't have to have. I was just letting you know, like, the option is there, kinda, like, that's sweet of you to say. Glad I didn't do too terrible. Don't really have a lot of practice at this, Used to kind of mostly sticking with Ambrose, or, there's a few other wolves and stuff but, even when I was human, I wasn't the most sociable. I don't know if that's a word. Is that a word? Person, so. Yeah. Right. I've, sorry, been holding your hand for a while, and I didn't really think about that. You didn't mind? Love, you gotta be real careful with that, because you don't want to give someone the wrong idea. Fuck it. Pretty eager. Can't put enough into my lap. Fuck, I should have done this sooner. I didn't know if you just wanted to stick with Rose. I didn't know if you wanted anything to do with me. Wait. I'm not sure. I mean, like, you came here because you're upset and all that. I'm not sure if it's a good idea. I don't want to be taken advantage. Love, come on. God. I still feel so small in my lap. No, I kind of forget my own size sometimes. How small your hands are compared to mine. No. We, not when you're upset. I don't think we should when you're upset. I mean, you're not upset anymore. I mean, good, that's good. What do you want to know? What I can give you that Ambrose can't? Love, why is that what you needed? Is that what you've always wanted, right? For me, I mean, back when we first met, Rosal, treat you right, treat you nice. Take good proper care of you. But I know what it's like to need to get out of your head so bad that you just want someone to push your face down into something and take. Is that what you were hoping for? Imagine if you saw what I were like with him. Well, you know what he's like. There's no need to be ashamed of what you want, you know? I mean, why do you think I come and turn to him? Not ashamed of it, not anymore. I was for quite a while. Took a long time, you know? If you ever want to watch and find out, see me being his good little pup. Like you want to be my good little pup, right? I just wasn't sure that you were interested. I mean, I could tell you had been at points, but you seemed content, and I didn't want to push it. I didn't want you thinking you had to be with me just because you're with him. I wanted you to be with me because I wanted you to want to be with me, regardless of anyone else. Well. Here I am, already frustrated about being woken up at this God-forsaken hour. And then my frustration only increases as I find the two of you having all sorts of fun without me. You, shouldn't be up, let alone wandering around the house at this hour. Oh, but look at you two. Who made the first move? It took you both long enough. And of course, darling, that doesn't mean you have to decide on anything right now, though you know the offer's always been there. If you want to see us both apart, that's fine, but if you want to feel what it's like to be pressed up between two bodies... Oh, alright, careful, pal. You know you're far too weak to be upon your feet, and let alone proposing any sort of activities. The only thing you're getting pressed back into is your bed. Oh, darling. Not like that. Christ. Come on, Rose, up we go. Love, could... No, you know what? You're the one who said I had to get better at vocalising and asking for what I want and suggesting things and not being scared if people say no. So, love, do you fancy a kit? Or just a little nap? Keep our sweet boy here company. Aren't you good and helpful? Come along then. I know you know the way to his room. No, I don't weigh a thing at all, love. Look at him. Tiny little thing. Reckon I could fit both of you in my lap at the same time, One of you over each thigh. Do you like that idea? Of course, only if Ambrose is in charge. Not that... I mean, you do know that being intimate and all that doesn't have to come along with dynamics. Like, if you ever wanted to just have a bit of fun and have us all just relaxed and laughing and that. Don't have to be all serious. Never has to be. It's only sex. Which, I mean, this one here, as good as he is, took him a while to realise that it was alright to mess up. You know, don't ruin the intimacy moment, and it's fine to have a laugh. Was he stuck up? That is a very good question. I mean, what with me and all, I mean, you can tell where I'm from, right? And you can tell with Ambrose's accent. For a long while I wondered if he put it on. Thought real people can't talk like that. I mean, I know it's posher down here and all that, but Jesus. I don't think we can give you all of our backstories and secrets just yet. Probably shouldn't without his permission anyway. He's basically asleep already. Well, half asleep then. Alright, in we go. Offer stands, love. Kick your shoes off, jacket off. Strip all the way down if you want. Sure, you wouldn't complain. Or that. We both wouldn't complain. But we are just sleeping, just to make that clear, because this one here shouldn't have got himself out of bed. I mean, look at him. As if it was possible for him to get any paler. A few more hours of sleep is what you need for us, alright? And you don't have to join us. You can go down to the kitchen. I think I actually finally have the TV working. I just didn't really want one, but trust me, he'll come around to it. Oh, once you let him know that this musical's on that thing, it's gonna be over. No, I mean, it's not that old that he's never seen one before. I used to bring my laptop round, but I thought that it was about time we installed something permanent so we could actually watch stuff while I weren't here. If you want to stay the day. Don't know if you're actually sleepy, but I mean, you said you haven't been sleeping, so if you can manage a nap right now, later I can get up and get us some lunch. But, I don't know what we've got access to. Oh, look, love, we're not necessarily watching the musicals for my sake. I'll sit through about anything for this one either. A lot. I don't think we have to describe our relationship in terms of the people's views. We just are. Come on then. We getting in or not? You can be in the middle. Yeah. Get in then. um. What does it feel then being trapped between an ice cube and a furnace? I don't know why everyone's what. Comes in handy though when someone has eternally cold feet. Feel free to nod off, or if you don't, you don't. Forgive me if I will. And don't worry about waking us up if you need to get up, alright? Sorry it took us so long to get here. I feel a bit like it's my fault. Not being around as much as I should, Ambrose has had plenty of people in our bed, you know, and some of them I like and some of them I don't. Or at least not like that, you know, but you've been really the first one that I've wanted as much as he has. That's alright. Guess I got not scared. Don't get scared, just I don't know. A bit worried about how you react with it. You know, humans can be picky and have different tastes, and me and Ambrose are kind of opposite ends of very long spectrum, and I thought, well, if Ambrose is your type, then I definitely won't be, but kind of forgot some people don't really have a type. Or if you do, I'm glad somehow we both fit inside of it. Get some rest, yeah. Be good. And if you can't get any rest, well... Roll over. I'm glad you stopped by, darling. I assume it wasn't for positive reasons. We can talk about it later. And I'll tell him to leave the room if you need me to. I'm glad you're getting along, though. You both mean an awful lot to me. And I don't want you to worry just because I've known him a lot longer. You're my special little human, aren't you? Good. You know I'm here to take care of you. Whatever you need. I'm so glad you made it this far. We're going to have so much fun with you. Are you two going to sleep? Of course, dear. Thank you all so much for watching, my lovelies. A reminder that custom audio and art commissions are currently open. I have 2 separate Ko-fis. You can find links to both of them in the description and on my card. I also have a Patreon. If everyone who followed me here donated just £1 a month, that would help me out a lot. Rewards for being a patron of mine include access to my Discord, your name read aloud in the credits of YouTube videos, and 2 exclusive spicy audios every single month for the top fledgling tier. And a reminder that I do stream on Twitch, normally about 3 times a week. And a thank you to my patrons, my fledglings, Phoenix JN, Andy Christ, Isabel, Enter, Cello Moon, Whipson, Lauren Lovett, The Lucio Archives, Ozuyuki, Sazi NK, Cynical Altura, Ebony Void, Rasley D, Taylog, Techsexual, Theo Nightmare, Liam, Nesquik, Vampire Obsessed, Nerd Herder, Mouse, Alley-Oop, Jordan Draws, Food Crimes and Fire, Ollie Mac, Rice Puffs, Atis, Shammy, Ruby, Glitch, Carry On, Sev, Finn, Euronotti, Lady of the Lake, Asterash, Delmo, Unibosh, Not So Kiwi, Percy, EJ Fears, Kudo, Hell, The Solar Sis, Aether, The Best Cheesecake, Tiffany Boyer, Void, Aspen, Spider, River Heights Puff, Perry Small, Arbitrary Descriptivism, Fashion Beauty, Prince, Theo Valentine, Eliana Immer, Luna Vix, Lydia Perez, Kate Fry, Joanna Cole, Roses in Blue, Please Don't Perceive Me, Glitchy Kitten, Ray Karts, Ray, CJ, Kiara, Indrid, Nico, Emily, Sweet Jade, Sammy, Ev, A, Tisness, Kit, I Am Just Vibing, Your Mom, Arcane, Loveplur, N, Nicole, Elizabeth Vaughan, Mixed Pink Suit 230, Faye Queen Lilith, Alicia Bond, The Ultimate Nihilist, Juliana, Emery West, Lauren Ashby, Zorn MB, 675309, Mixed Nixfree, Laura Malden, Foxington, Honeybee Proud, Just That Guy, Goth Muppet, Ben Gamer, Sarah Caged Bird, Peachy, Bumbleboy, Miss Little 20, Pumpkin Pie 23, and Nicole Thompson. And a thank you to my familiars, Abby Clayton, Dandelion, Saladeria, Hunbun, Finn, Kiara, Rhiannon, and Blue.